Please use subscribe, like, and share to stay informed about the latest developments in 2024-2025 season. Now, let's analyze the match properly.
Brighton 2, Manchester United 1. What a disappointing result. But what actually happened behind the scenes? The story of this game is that of Manchester United, a team that over the past 2 seasons under Erik ten Hag has clearly improved in the art of pressing from the front foot and winning the ball high up the pitch. But there is also the story of Brighton, our opposition, a team that has mastered the art of bypassing the press. One thing that is great about Brighton is that they are able to create multiple pathways to get to their forward players from the goalkeeper or the centre backs. So for example here, Manchester United, as we've seen against Manchester City in the Community Shield and the FA Cup final, very compact through the middle, just making it very hard for the opposition to pass the ball through the middle. However, what we're going to see here is that there is actually a lot of space here on the left, especially on the left. I think on the right with Mazraoui, Amad Diallo, who is actually quite enthusiastic with the press, Casemiro, Mason Mount also found himself a lot on the right-hand side. We were actually quite secure. But on the left-hand side, especially Rashford and Kobbie Mainoo, they struggled a little bit with this phase of play. For example, here you see there is a lot of space on the left-hand side of Marcus Rashford. Now here he has to make a decision. If he goes towards Veltman over here, then Kobbie Mainoo has to actually follow Milner. Otherwise, if Marcus Rashford goes here by himself, he opens up another avenue for Van Eyck in that he can go between Kobbie Mainoo and Rashford. But here, while Rashford goes to the left-hand side, Kobbie Mainoo does not really follow James Milner. And what happens is that Brighton are able to create a triangle to bypass Rashford and Kobbie Mainoo. Veltman towards Milner, and here of course Kobbie Mainoo, all he can do is to just chase a ghost, and of course that's not good enough. And throughout the game we've struggled with this aspect of how Brighton played by going wide then center, bypassing Kobbie Mainoo and Marcus Rashford. But that was not the only way, because there were a few sequences, like there was a time when Kobbie Mainoo himself actually won the ball against Brighton. Van Eyck made a mistake. Kobbie Mainoo intercepted the ball. So Brighton could use this way, but they could not use it all the time. So they had to think of a different pathway, and they had it. And that name is Danny Welbeck. So as you can see here, the same thing again. James Milner, Gilmour over here, they're occupied. A lot of Manchester United players, 5 of them, making sure that there isn't enough space, but they can just go wide towards Danny Welbeck. Now, if you remember, when I made a video about Weghorst, those of you who have been with me for the past 2 years, they remember it. I was not excited about Weghorst becoming a prolific striker for us. I was excited about this aspect of the way he plays. That means he allows us to bypass the opposition's play. And we played this way with Weghorst, if you remember, against Barcelona, against Leeds United, and he was excellent. But why didn't Erik ten Hag use him in every game in this capacity, which is obviously his strength? I don't know. If also you remember when I talked about the goal we scored against Fulham, the Xerxes goal, I said that for defenders, there's nothing worse than playing against these strikers that drop deep or move into the channels. It makes it extremely hard. And in this game, Lisandro Martinez really struggled with Welbeck, and on a second level, Joao Pedro. So here, Lisandro Martinez comes in close. Is he hugging him? Is he choking him? I don't know. But Welbeck doesn't care because he did his job. Coming in deep, laying the ball towards Veltman. And Welbeck came in deep over here. Minte, very smart, who is the right winger, moves into the central position, dragging Diogo Dalot with him, making sure that Veltman has all of this space right here to exploit it. They were not able to score, but that's the idea. And they did it again. Here, this was even worse than the sequence that I just showed you. Still, again, as you can see, 5 Manchester United players. We make it hard for Brighton to play through the center, but they don't care. They still play through the middle, but just they go long. And here in this sequence, what we have here is Welbeck with Harry Maguire and Lisandro Martinez, and then here Joao Pedro is moving in deeper, but then getting ready to attack the ball. Welbeck towards Joao Pedro, very good, and then he just passes Lisandro Martinez. Guys, this is not good enough. I think Lisandro Martinez deserves criticism here. We've already seen a little bit snippets of it against Fulham, especially against Adama Traore, but then progressively Lisandro Martinez became better and was able to deal with him with ease. But here in this game, Lisandro Martinez looked like the game was passing by him. Joao Pedro, and then here Brighton, they're in a position where they're in a 5v3. Those who are the keen-eyed among you are going to remember this sequence as being the one where Diogo Dalot had to make a goal line clearance. So yeah, very dangerous situation. And so Brighton were extremely hard to deal with, because they could build up from the back, they could go to the wide areas and then through the center, or with Steele, they could go straight towards Welbeck and Joao Pedro, because both of them have very good hold-up play. And so Manchester United simply could not cope with them, and this is the main reason why we could not have any sense of control or dominance over the midfield. But of course, this is just one aspect. This by itself would not really result in you losing the game. For you to lose the game, you need another thing, which is, are you creating chances and are you making the most out of your chances? And this is something I've been saying it about Manchester United for the past decade. We can never be a top team unless we develop a killer instinct. We are now a good team, a team that hovers between 6th and 2nd position, depending on our form, depending on the form of the teams around us, but we are not going to be a top team until we are able to develop that ruthless killer instinct, and we don't have it. Case in point, another good build-up from Manchester United. Casemiro here, key player. Kobe Mainoo, great ability to keep the ball. Casemiro is gonna get it. And then here, as you can see on the left-hand side in the corner, we have Marcus Rashford. This is what Marcus Rashford is all about. And here what I like about it, the moment Casemiro gets the ball, look at Marcus Rashford's run. He's not running straight. He's actually making a vertical run in order to ensure that he is onside. And here, I think he's onside, just maybe, I don't know, 10 centimeters, but Casemiro misses the pass. And in this situation, he's just overhit, and Casemiro has a lot of time on the ball. He should be doing much better. But this is what Rashford is all about. These balls in behind the defense, that's when nobody can catch Rashford. Van Eyck, Dunk, Veltman, none of them would have been able to catch Rashford. And here the odds would be for Rashford. Go around the keeper, place it to the bottom corner. Rashford could have scored this. And we had 3 sequences like these. I'm not going to show you all of them because otherwise it's going to be a 2 hour long video. But we had a lot of these situations just like this one, but we could not capitalize on them. Exhibit B. And this is with Amad Diallo. Again, I'm not criticizing him. I really like him. I think he's going to develop into a great player. But this is a great example of the trade-off you get. With young players, you get fearlessness. You get